the booty, the butt, that cake, the glutes. We can go on and on. You know what I'm talking about today, that butt. Some of us have been blessed with a nice backside. Some of us, unfortunately, have not. But there are some things that you can do to work on your backside, to work on those glutes. I'm going to give you 3 exercises that you can start out with to build a better booty and get on your way. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Aaron Kasner, Doctor of Physical Therapy. We all want that nice, firm buttocks, right? The nice, juicy glutes, that butt that everyone admires. When you walk by, they're all staring at you saying, dang, they got a nice butt, right? Some of us have been blessed with that, haven't had to do anything for it. Good for you, strut your stuff. But there's some of us that don't have it, but you can. I'm going to give you 3 exercises to start with to help build a better booty and to be more confident and strut your stuff at the gym as well. Let's go ahead and get into it. Booty builder number 1, the glute set. This is a perfect beginner exercise. All you're doing is squeezing your glutes, squeezing your butt cheeks together, making them nice and firm. I'm doing it right now. It's super easy, but I'm going to make it a little bit tougher for you. What you're going to do is not only work on your glutes once every week, you're going to do these glute squeezes 300 times a day. You heard me right, 300. Seems like a lot because it is a lot, all right? But now, don't do all 300 at once. You don't need to knock them all out. You're going to be really sore. You're going to be mad at me. You're going to dislike the video. I'm going to be sad. You're going to be sad. It makes the world a much sadder place. Aww. I don't want to be sad. And I don't want you to be sad. So break it up. Do 30 every hour or do 15 every 30 minutes, something like that. And it's actually better for you if you do break it up. The people that have a nice rear end, they're using their glutes all day. All right, those of us that don't have a good rear end, it's because we're probably compensating. We're using our hamstrings more than we're using our glutes. So by doing 300 a day, you're reprogramming your brain. You're getting that mind-body connection to know that you should be using those glutes, that they should be more active. We should be using glutes all the time. When we stand up, when we sit down, when we're walking, when we're running, when we're squatting, when we're deadlifting, we're doing so much stuff throughout the day, all right? Picking up groceries should be using your glutes. Picking up your kid should be using your glutes. Sitting down in the recliner should be using your glutes. Everything uses the glutes, or it should. So you may not be using them as much as what you should be using them. So by doing the glute squeeze, you're going to activate them a lot more. You're going to trick the brain into thinking, hey, I should be using these guys because they're getting stronger. They're doing what they need to, okay? That's what you need to do with it. Now, if you want to make it harder, what you can do is you can try to palpate or put your fingers on your hamstrings. Those are the muscles on the back of your thigh. And whenever you palpate them, squeeze your glutes, but make sure your hamstrings aren't contracting. We want to create a dissociation between the glutes and the hamstrings. Don't let them fire together, only the glutes, okay? 300, get after it. Let's move on to number 2. Booty builder number 2, stand up. Okay, everyone today is going to be a real Slim Shady, all right? You're going to stand up, you're going to sit back down, and you're going to do it again. Easy enough, right? We do this every day. We stand up, we sit down, but you got to use your glutes. So make sure when you're getting ready to stand up, you squeeze your butt nice and tight and then stand up from a chair, keeping your glutes squeezed all the way through and a firm squeeze at the top, and then relax them. And then to return back to the chair, squeeze your glutes to start and then slowly lower down and sit in the chair nice and controlled. So when you do that, you're teaching your brain, hey, I need to use my glutes and stand up. And if I'm going to sit down, I need to use my glutes again. Now with this one, you don't have to do 300. You can do 3 sets of 12, something like that. But do it every day. Don't just do it once a week. You will get a little bit out of that, but you won't get enough. Glutes are made to be working all the time, so make them work all the time. Don't overdo it. You'll be really sore if you overdo it, and just take a little bit of a step back from what your reps are if you are getting really sore, but then get back into it. Train those glutes to be doing what they need to. Now, if that seems too easy for you, I can make it harder. So what you do is you stagger your feet. So let's say I have my left leg further away from the chair, and my right foot is almost right underneath me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze my glutes again, and then I'm going to stand up, and then I'm going to squeeze and come back down. Try to keep the contraction all the way through the motion, okay? With that, you're isolating that right side a little bit more than the left side. So you're getting stronger here, so then you got to switch it, flip it. Do left side close, right side further away, do 10 or 12 of those. If you want it to be even harder, lift the opposite leg up. So be on that right leg, left leg extended, stand up, come back down. But warning, make sure that you're not using momentum and throwing yourself up, because then you're using your back, you're using just your body force forward and not really using your glutes, and you're teaching your body bad habits. So make sure you do it right. Be very, very particular in how you do these exercises. Make them clean and make them crisp so you're doing the right thing, getting the right muscle stronger. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Booty builder. Number 3, the bridge. Last but certainly not least is the bridge. I think a lot of us have heard of it. Lay on your back with your knees bent, lift your hips up off the table, and come back down. Another really easy one, super simple, don't have to worry too much about it. But make sure you're using those glutes. I knew you guessed it, I knew you knew it was coming, so make sure you fire those glutes. Lift your hips up off the table, pause for a second, come back down. All right? Put your hands on your hamstrings. Make sure that your hamstrings are not firing until you start to lift up. They will fire, they're supposed to, but not early. Make sure they fire on the right time. Squeeze your glutes, lift up, hamstrings should kick in. Now be warned, I don't want you going too high. I don't want you to go up where your back is arched. You're arching your back and you're feeling your back. It doesn't feel good. Don't do that. All right, minimize how much movement you have if you're going too far. Go to a neutral spine, just up enough to where your stomach and your legs are in line with each other, and then right back down, keeping the glutes contracting the whole way. Now when you return back down, you can relax for a second, and squeeze them again and lift back up. Now if you want to make it harder, same thing as a stand up. So stagger your feet, have your right leg closer to your butt and your left leg further away, stand up, isolating that right side a little more, and then back down. So bridge up, and then bridge back down. Make it even harder, have the left leg be straight, right knee bent, and then come up. Make sure your pelvis is staying level though. You don't want to be leaning and kind of rotating your back when you're coming up. Keep it nice and neutral, up and back down, and then switch. Make sure you're doing the left and on the right. Don't overdo the right side. You'll be walking sideways or walking in circles because your glutes are too strong. Okay? So try that. Give that a go and see what you think of it. There are tons of things to do to get your glutes stronger. Experiment with what you like and what feels good for you. Just make sure you're contracting your glutes. These are beginner exercises, but they're not really easy. You really got to focus, create that mind-body connection. Get your body doing what it's supposed to. We learn a lot of bad habits growing up and movement patterns that we shouldn't be doing, so we got to retrain the body. If you want to get muscles stronger, you got to make sure you're using them. Engage those muscles. If you liked what you saw today, click the like button, hit subscribe, check out my channel, posting new videos every week, working on different body parts. It's going to be more glute stuff, more leg stuff, working on core, upper extremity, everything. I'm going to teach you guys how to do things the right way so you're engaging the muscles properly. So take a look there, see if there's anything that you like and that can help you grow even further. All right, mind-body connection. Thanks.